Do I need to make a beat for our intro?
That would be cool.
I think I don't want to go see. Oh shit, my bad.
That would be cool. I wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Welcome everybody to the Reggie Bucum Podcast, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in with us. I am your boy Meech Castro here with my man Pete.
Yes, sir.
For the people that's gonna tune in with us, man, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. We definitely appreciate all the support that we get from everybody. And yeah, welcome. What's up, Pete? What's going on, man?
Not much there. I just realized I ran out of Apple Crown. I gotta text my wife, see if she'll bring me some. Nah. Not on some baller shit like, thank you, baby. Yeah, you see my girl bring me my shit. You know my girl be bringing me.
You know my lady be hooking me up, man. You know,
she downstairs.
That's how you supposed to keep her. That's how you gotta keep her.
Right. Hey, if your lady ain't you got to get rid of a youngin'.
Yeah, they're gonna tell you that first. First and foremost, they're gonna tell you that shit. You got to get rid of it
from the
bitch.
Jump.
Ain't no good.
That's
I got an uncle that loves it. The bitch ain't no good.
He tell you just like that.
They tell you, look, man. You see how she come in? She don't speak to no goddamn body. The bitch ain't no good.
Yeah,
bitch ain't no good.
You saw, and then he got to confirm it with somebody. You saw her, right? It wasn't just me, right? Oh, you see. See, look.
Yeah, you see how the bitch come in here and don't speak to no goddamn body. Bitch ain't no good. Bitch ain't no good. Take care of it back where you got it from.
She go walk past the baby. You know, you got your nephew in the house and shit. She ain't even smile at the baby.
She walk past Big Mama, didn't say a goddamn thing, man. You got to get out of here. Bitch ain't no good.
That bitch is homeless.
That bitch ain't no good. Oh, also for the people that's watching, you can comment in the comment section and we can bring it up on the screen. So you mean y'all are a part of this conversation? At least I like to think y'all are. We like to think y'all are. So I mean, don't be scared to put your thoughts in the comments, man, and let us know what you think we'll be talking about and everything else.
Yeah, questions, comments, all of that. Yo, we need to do one thing about 10-second gems. I like podding with music in the background.
I like that too, or like at least like a instrumental or
some
type of
just an instrumental. Yeah. So we got to work on that for next time, but it's good. So look, y'all, for those of y'all that don't know, this is the Reggie Bucum Podcast, and Meech and Mont, who's our other co-host, they actually created the podcast, and then they took a little hiatus, and they decided to invite me in. Meech, you moved to
South Carolina,
my bad. Sure. And I'm in Nashville, but we're all from Philly. Mont is still in Philly. And so that's what that is. But we was talking about earlier, I was saying that I've been listening to the Blueprint as like an adult and as a pro audio guy, and I'm realizing how bad that record is mixed. I got a C class, like a little 350 C class AMG, and then I got a GL 350. So I listened to the whole record like in a couple days, just driving back and forth, and then I listened to it in the C class, and both of those cars, like, the systems are pretty good,
right?
And then I took it into the studio. It's not a lot of big things like levels. For instance, the levels are fine. You know where the problems are at is in the EQ and the compression. Like some of the high end frequencies, you know, when those S's.
Yeah,
they're sharp. Like if you got to lean forward in your car and adjust the treble because the high end is too loud, that's a problem.
So when you said what album again?
Blueprint.
When did the Blueprint come out?
Man, I'm gonna have to look that one up. Like my joint, all I need.
That's that my joint. Shit.
That's my bro. That's my joint right there.
That's my shit.
I love it.
That's my shit.
But I don't love the mix. Remember that?
Yo, that's that shit.
Boy.
That's that shit. We gotta. I think we already had. We had a shit we played in the background already.
Yeah, that All I Need joint is crazy.
But when was that created? When did that Blueprint album come out?
Jay-Z, the Blueprint. Let me see. I'm gonna find out right now.
Because if 2001,
21.
2001.
Okay.
So what, 21 years ago?
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Holy shit. September 1st. Yeah, I mean September 11th. You're right. 20.
Wait. 2001, September 11th?
Yeah,
So
9/11.
the blueprint dropped the day the towers fell?
The day the towers fell.
Wow.
Holy shit. Yo, I didn't even know that.
Never put two and two together.
Right. Yo, I'm bugging right. I'm literally looking at it right now.
Like, my mind is blown right now. I've never put two and two together. The Blueprint album, Jay-Z's Blueprint album.
Yeah, bro.
Let me. I gotta run off some of the songs. H to the Izzo is on that album. The Takeover is on that album. Jigga, my nigga, like girls is on that album. Hola, Ovito, that's on that album. Like Song Cry is on that album. Renegade with Eminem is on that album.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
yo, and Renegade. So to me, the three best mixed songs on the record are, oddly enough, the two Timberland joints and Renegade. So if you ask me, who produced Renegade? Was it Eminem's team? Because he had the two white boys.
I'm not sure who actually produced Renegade, but
because it was somebody from Eminem's side. Because remember, that song was Eminem and Royce the 5'9" originally. That's what started the beef with Royce and Eminem.
Yeah, and he took him off the whole one.
Yeah, because he ended up giving the beat to Jay, and that was if I'm not mistaken, that was the whole that's what kicked off the whole situation with Royce and Eminem. But I even went back and listened to, now granted it's Dre, but the Eminem, that first Eminem record.
Yeah, it's a producer, Louis Resto.
That's one of M's guys.
It's a Puerto Rican guy from Detroit.
Yeah, see?
That's crazy. Shout out to the Ricans, man. If you, I gotta get you to put a button on here. Clap it up for the Ricans one time, man.
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Niggas don't think we in here, man. Clap it up for the Ricans one time in here, producing one of the biggest records that ever. You know what I mean?
Let's go. Puerto Rico.
One time for my man Louis Resto.
Puerto Ricans out there. Yeah. We're gonna do it.
You're gonna fuck me up for that.
Shout out to all the Puerto Ricans, man, doing y'all thing out there, man. The niggas ain't know we produced a legendary song, man.
Legendary.
For a legendary song, man. Two legendary. Like that. People argue to this day who had the better verse on there. Yeah. Who do you think had a better verse on there?
M. I'm not saying that Jay's verses weren't good.
Because that's where niggas go with it. When you say Eminem, motherfuckers go, what's wrong? What you mean? What's wrong with Jay-Z verse?
Yeah.
What?
They both murdered that song. Let's be honest.
Right.
But if you do and granted you rap, so I'm preaching to the choir, but in my opinion, and I had to do this because I was torn. I felt bad saying that M had the better verse. You know what I mean? Plus, I feel like
why'd you feel bad?
Because I feel like potentially that's kind of, what's that called? Fuck, I just had I had the word on the tip of my tongue.
Sound it out.
All right, so I got you. Hey, like I said, I've been drinking that apple crown. All right,
ain't nothing wrong with it.
Here's what I'm saying. I feel like saying that M had the better verse would be some typical shit for a hater to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, of course he gonna say, of course. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, they both killed that. Like, they both killed their verses. But if you do a line by line breakdown, right, not only a line by line breakdown, a relativity breakdown. So everything is that M is saying in that verse is relative to what was going on around M at that time. Mm-hmm. Right? He's addressing parents not being good parents. You fucking do good as you just mad you couldn't do good at parenting. You know what I mean? Right. Like, that was at the time where Eminem was being crucified by Middle America, right?
Right.
So it was all good when the Puerto Rican kids and the black kids were rapping and talking about killing each other and this and that. But when a white boy comes in and tears down the middle class family and exposes his mom for being a hoe and his stepdad for being this and that, and his
It
mom
just
for being
fucked
a
up when you
crackhead.
put it like that. Exposes his mom for being a hoe.
Yeah, and a crackhead.
It's
But
just
you gotta
fucked up
understand.
when you put it that way.
But if you look at it from the white perspective, it's like, damn, this dude over here, he giving away the secrets. You know what I'm saying? It's like they like the people at church that they act perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be. But you go to their crib and you find out all kinds of shit. They got a chip in they cable box.
Oh yeah, you find out all the secrets and all that they try
Exactly.
to. That's what anybody in general, like
In
it's
general,
a bunch of
period.
people in my family that's like that, man.
Right.
They try to come off as they're perfect, and nobody's fucking perfect.
Nah,
But
not at all. But I
once
think
you get
that's
to
why
know them,
white
you know
people
all the
was
bullshit.
exactly. But that's why older white people were mad at Eminem, because it's like he was exposing that shit ain't all sweet. And my look, I live by this creed, man. And it's because I've been around. Obviously, I'm from 4th in Indiana. Like that's where I'm
Man,
from.
Papi, my friend.
I'm from 4th in Indy, but I've been around the Philly, and I've been around people that got $300+ million in the bank.
They
right?
just real quick, they just shot up some kids working at the Popeyes right there, 4th and Lehigh, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah, sitting in the car. They was locking up.
See?
And it was like a couple people sitting in the car, and one person was somebody who worked at the Popeyes right there in the parking lot, and they shot him up.
Shit just went down.
But yeah, a couple days ago, man. So prayers for that family. But go ahead, what you were saying,
Yes.
man? You from 4th and Indy?
Shit, prayers from the whole North Philly.
Man.
But no, I'm saying, like, I've been around thugs and killers all the way up to dudes that got hundreds of millions of dollars in the bank. My in-laws are very close friends with the dudes that invented QVC. You know what QVC
Really?
is? Yes, they
Nigga,
invented.
QVC is right here in Florence. It's a distribution center over there.
Yeah,
I got my PlayStation from QVC. Holla. Shout out to them.
On the channel, the guy's like, folks, there's only 20 minutes left.
Listen, man, I made my payments. All right, there's no. I made my fucking payments. Okay,
4 easy payments and 19. Well, they invented that shit, bro. They sold it for $500 million.
Jesus Christ, yo.
Now these guys, just to show you, they call my wife their niece. So the last time we were in, my in-laws just moved here. My wife's uncle is an old Hollywood guy. He produced I'm trying to think of a name. So he produced 2 seasons of the A-Team. He did a couple movies with Jack Nicholson, like big boy shit, right? So
where's your wife from? Your wife from Philly too, or
no? My wife is she was born in Texas. She was raised in California, in LA. Okay. And yeah, so basically she had her mom was super young, so her aunt and her uncle were kind of like her second parents. So she's their daughter. We're gonna inherit whatever, you know what I'm saying? But
I said I can dig it. It's like that in my family too, so I can dig it.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, they have friends that, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I've been around all the gamuts, and one thing I can definitely say, and I live by this, is that the problems is the same everywhere. It just look different based on money. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. It just look different, but it's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? We on a yacht with these people and they telling us about how their niece is in rehab because blah, blah. It's the same shit, bro. It just look different because of the money.
Their niece is in rehab?
Yeah, Well, so listen to this, right? I'm gonna tell you a little story real quick. So we go to Palm Beach to see my in-laws. Okay. And this is before they moved to Nashville. They just moved here. Right. And the guys that invented QVC, they find out that we coming into town. They don't live in Florida. They live in New York, but they basically, these dudes rented a yacht for like 80 grand a month, right? For the summer, just to travel around. So they happen to be in Palm Beach. So the captain of the ship.
You said 80 grand a what?
A month.
Damn.
All right. So they find out that we're around. So they like, yo, we throwing a party. Yo, they threw us a yacht party, bro. Like servants or the whole fucking nine, like butlers, the whole shit, right?
Yeah, you know we cousins now, right?
Hey,
Yeah,
we cousins somehow.
yeah, so we cousins now, man. Fuck that, we cousins now. Listen, shout out to everybody that's tuning in with us, man.
Yes,
We
sir.
want to remind y'all to please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, man, and you know what I mean, our podcast YouTube channel. We appreciate all y'all. Share the live shit, tell your friends about the podcast, all that. Reggie Bucum. You can look us up on Spotify, you know what I mean, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. Remember to go get that.
Oh shit, my bad.
So, yeah, man, that's cousin Pete, man. Shout out to OG Benny tuning into the podcast, man.
Oh yeah, what's
cousin
up,
Pete.
Jim? We need to have OG Benny call in.
Yeah, we can actually, man. I'm pretty sure he'll be willing to cam up and everything and come on.
OG Benny is known in a high school in Nashville because I'll be playing them episodes for my students, bro.
Yeah,
yeah. Last year,
Benny.
I had one of my students used to be like, "What's up, Jim?" I'm like, "Yo, you got chill with that, bro."
You got the niggas, you got the kids in Nashville going, "What's up, Jim?"
I promise you. Listen, I teach high school, y'all. For those of y'all watching this, y'all like, this dude is a high school. So I teach audio production. I'm teaching the future generation of producers and mix engineers and all that. But that school is rich kids, and they bus in kids from the hood because it's a public school. It's a public school. I got a $90,000 studio in my classroom. But it's a public school. You saw Meech. I sent you the picture.
Yeah.
So the hood kids, like, of course, I know how to talk to them. So it's little shit that I do with them that I don't do with like
relate to them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So last year, a couple of my seniors, because what I do is graduation is in May. So what I do is in April, I say, yo, that's it. No more just churning everything in April. And that's it. For the next 2 months, we're just going to chill and watch movies. And I do that because a lot of my hood students, they behind on credits. Some of them don't know if they're going to graduate. So I'm like, look, man, don't worry about me for the next 2 months. You churned your stuff and you good. Go do what you got to do. But yeah, we was just chilling a lot, watching, movies, or we would watch, they would make me watch the No Jumper clips and all that. So we'd be doing that. And I'm like, nah, hold on. I got to play y'all something, bro. I played him episode 1. One of my students, Jerome, shout out to Jerome. He's in Florida right now. He's going to what's the name of that school? Full Sail for audio.
Full Sail, yeah. One of my cousins went there.
Yeah, he's at Full Sail right now, and he come back in the next day. He like, "What's up, Jim?" I'm like, "Yo, what?" He said, "Bro, I listened to every episode. Like last night, I just stayed up smoking and listening to the episodes." And for like a good couple weeks, he kept saying. And then one day, I was like, "Yo, 4K." His name 4K. I was like, "Yo, you gotta chill with that, bro. Like, you go get me clapped."
Like, "What's up, Jim?"
He's like, "What's up?" Yeah. And then so then one day, on top of that, they come in, and it was another student, and he was like, "Yo, pull up the Philly battle rappers." And I'm like, "All right, so who you want me to pull out?" He's like, "Anybody." And then Jerome 4K, he's like, "Hey, pull up. What's your man name? The funny dude." But he's a rapper, right?
Yeah. Who?
I can't remember his name.
Funny
as shit. He was telling the story about him and his man was with the chick, and he woke up with he put the other boy drawers on.
Oh yeah, my man Shank. You talking about Prezi? Yeah, he a battle rapper.
Prezi. So right. Yeah, so then Jerome like, "Yo, put that dude Prezi on, because yeah, we need to listen to Prezi." And I look at him, I'm like, "Bro, you still listening to that podcast?" He like, "Bro, I listened to every single episode already twice." So we ended up pulling up Prezi in my classroom. So in my classroom, I got a big ass movie screen, and I got surround sound speaker and all that. And so we literally, it's me and like 7 of my seniors in the studio, full blast, watching all the battle joints. We watched a couple Prezi ones, and then I put them on to they didn't know who the boy B was. What they call him now? The Hustler. What's his name?
The Hustler.
I forgot dude name. Oh, Cassidy.
Oh, Cassidy. How you forget?
I know. I don't look, bro. I'm a lightweight. And this joint was filled up the head with apple, bro. That's like 8 shots probably right there.
Damn.
So anyway, yeah, I'm like,
Okay.
nah. Let me show y'all some shit. And then I pull up Cassidy and we was tearing it up in there. But
That's
yeah.
funny as shit.
Yeah, so I'm real with them like that. I got this one student. This dude, he like 6'3", 310 pounds, big as hell. He run the hallways. He's
What
like,
you got blindside at your fucking school?
This
He got the
dude is
blind side at your school.
His name is I can't say his name. I can't say
Right. No, I did.
Last year was a little situation, bro. He in the hallway, rah, 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 and all the teachers are like trying to. I walk right up to him, grab him by his hoodie. I'm like, bro, come with me. I dragged his ass all the way across the hall. I'm like, dude, you gotta chill, bro. Like, yeah, bro. 20 minutes later, he like, hey, I think I'm gonna go get some Mickey D's. You want me to bring you something? Lead a hall. He leaves the building, come back whenever he want, bro. He be on some other shit.
He's 6'3", 300-something pounds. Who gonna tell him something?
Bro, and just turned a senior just now.
Who gonna tell him something?
Big, but he won't play football. I keep telling him, bro, if I was your size, I'd be on the football team.
Come on, Big Mike.
Right.
Even if you don't love football, man, let your abilities take you, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, he just saying like I can't be these practices, man. And he's right, because dude, they here, you know how it is in the South with high school football, they practicing in the summertime.
They probably doing 2-a-days. It's hot as shit out there. Yeah, they take that shit serious, man.
That's
my little cousin. They got a King Street High School. They got that's the town I'm in, King Street. But the King Street High School, they got a football team. They season is starting pretty soon. I think the season starts in the beginning or mid-September or whatever. But it's big, man. It's real big, especially homecoming. Like everybody who moved away and all that, everybody comes back here.
Town, everybody,
and it's like a college homecoming, but it's a high school.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Motherfuckers that graduated in 2000, class of 98,
right?
They're gonna be here for homecoming.
With their jackets on and they football.
So they
jackets
make
on.
Sure like they're here for homecoming. That shit is packed, man. It's thousands of people that's here for that whole weekend. But yeah, they live and die by football.
Yeah,
like so it's high school football. Like so, but yeah, man, that I don't know. That shit, it can get real. It gets real deep.
Real deep.
It gets real deep with that football shit.
Especially
that homecoming.
Texas.
The homecoming, I believe, is in October, Benny. I'm gonna find out for sure. I'm definitely gonna let you know. But that joint, I mean, it's huge down here. People from 98, class of 9. I'm not even talking about football players. I'm talking about regular just students.
Yeah.
People that are just alumni of high school. And then now, I think it's gonna be even bigger this year because they combine like 2 or 3 high schools into King Street High School. So now, you know what I mean? Schools that they used to play now.
It's now one team. I mean?
Yeah, they're all one team now.
So now they get the best of 3 different. Oh my god!
So it's like So their homecoming for this year is going to be the people from that high school because now they're here. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
But yeah,
is Benny still watching? If you still watching, I'm about to say something crazy. I was going to say it earlier. First of all, for y'all
football
watching,
is definitely big in the South. Benny said he's coming, man. He gonna be here.
Yeah,
he gonna be here.
Hey Benny, we was talking about records, right? Like albums that are poorly mixed, and I was talking about the blueprint, but I'm getting ready to mess you up. Meet you ready?
That's a crazy. But listen, man.
I'm gonna give you
the blueprint album. Like I named all those tracks that was on there, and those are like damn near legendary tracks. I'm not gonna say all legendary, but a lot of them, especially Song Cry. So
Song Cry. Oh my god!
I want to hear what other album you got.
Yo, please don't disown me. Especially Puerto Rican people, don't disown me. Pun's first record.
I knew you was gonna say Big Pun album was poorly mixed. As soon as you said all the Puerto Ricans.
Nah, but listen to this shit. The first album and the second album is worse. Now that I told you that, right? Now that I told you that, and Benny, now that I'm saying that, go back tonight and listen to 2 songs from each of those records. The only song on either of those records that was mixed with any sort of respect is the Wyclef joint.
You said
mucho trabajo, poquito dinero.
You said they're poorly mixed.
Huh?
You said they're both. The second album is worse than the first album mixed wise, engineering wise.
And by that point, they already had that $20 million deal. So there was no reason for that second album to sound like that. Right? Because that
I
was
don't know though. See, but now you listening now. You're listening now with the ears that you have now.
Trained it. Right.
Yeah, trained ears that you have now on the technology that we have now.
No,
That second album came out when?
That second album came out. I'm gonna tell you right now. But here's the thing.
Because you got to remember that's back then. So they were recording different. We were used to a certain sound, a certain professional sound on the radio and in your cars. We were used to a certain sound different. Speakers were different back then. Systems were different.
You're right.
So
you're right.
Is you gotta.
But here's the thing, and I respect what you're saying. But here's the thing. I guarantee you, bro. If we sat down and we put on one song from the Blueprint, one song from each of those pun records, and then I put a Michael Jackson joint on that was recorded 20 years before that, you're gonna hear the difference, bro.
Okay.
You're gonna hear the difference.
That's my only argument. That was my only argument.
Yeah, and you're right. But the thing is, and you know what? Who cared when we was in the bar? You know what I mean? Like, who cared about that?
Right.
When you was at the bar, you know what I'm saying? Boricua,
yeah.
You don't give a shit about that. And I still don't. I still listen to those records. It's just now sometimes it's annoying to me because I'm spending more time trying to not criticize the mix while I'm listening to the song. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So
you
I
just brought back my childhood real quick. That's why I'm over here smiling, man. And we won't stop. We always knew we make it.
That song is mixed so fucking bad, bro.
That's my shit, man. What?
Even though you play your hate it, we gonna make it to
everybody. Niggas who wasn't even Spanish was speaking Spanish for like that.
You was Puerto Rican for a minute, Jim.
Right. You was Puerto Rican for the 2-3 minutes of that song, man. Fuck that.
You know what I was riding to today? And this is a super underrated record, that Big L record. Oh my God, bro.
With pun?
Nah, just the Big L album. That album.
Oh, the album?
The one that Primo put out.
Which one?
Nah, the entire album.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's so
What's up,
good.
Mika? Appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Remember to like and share, subscribe to the YouTube channel, man.
Yeah,
it's the Reggie Bucum Podcast. Me and my man Pete, we in here.
Oh,
shout out my man Mont. He's the third person on our podcast. What you see?
Nah, I'm bugging. Hey, for those of y'all that just dropped in, I'm on a lot of Apple Crown, so I'm bugging. But I didn't read. I kept saying like, damn, ain't nobody comment. I had the Joan wrong. I had it on private chat instead of comments. Yeah. Now I see OG Benny been talking.
Yeah, he been talking.
Yeah.
He said he was listening to 500,000 today.
Bro, that whole Big L rec, and oh my God, dude. I think
what?
I don't know, man. Did anybody, any of y'all out there, you Meech, did you ever hear the late night Hot 97 freestyle joint where Jay was in the studio and so was Big L? And Jay would not rap. He dropped one verse and then Big L went for like 2 or 3 minutes. And then it was like, all right, Jay. And Jay did not want to go after that. It's on YouTube. I'm gonna send you the link.
Yeah, you got to send me that clip, but I don't think I ever saw that. But it's a lot of motherfuckers that are not here anymore. And back then they were scaring a lot of people, man.
Yo, and I always thought Nas, to me personally, Nas is the best storyteller. Personally. But when I listened to that Casualties of a Dice Game, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, that Big L story, that Casualties of the Dice, story, that shit is crazy.
L was dope. L was definitely in a class of his own to me.
Yeah. It was, and like I hate when you listen, people don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of people. See, that's what makes me as an artist. I tell people all the time, if someone doesn't like your music, that is fine. I got a homeboy in Atlanta right now that does not like Jay-Z at all. And I think he think he's corny as hell. And I think that's the weirdest shit to me. It's like, how do you think, even if you're not a fan of Jay-Z, you know the nigga's ill. You know
I didn't like Jay to the Blueprint.
One of the best that ever did it. That was the first album I bought with my own money. You know what I mean? Was the Hard Knock Life joint or whatever.
Yeah.
That was the first album I bought with my own money. Me and Jay-Z got our own personal, you know what I mean, bromance and shit. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
After I heard the Blueprint, right? Dude instantly won me over. And then I went back and listened to the first album and I was kicking myself in the face, bro. I was like, what the fuck was I thinking?
See, my homegirl Mika, she said the same thing. Look, I'm not a Jay-Z fan either. What? Like, I don't understand that, man. Like that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Yeah, Benny, they on drugs, man. He's on drugs. My man Stu in Atlanta, man, he on drugs, man.
All right, did y'all ever hear what Chris Rock said about who the best rapper is? Did you ever hear Chris Rock's response? I hate to say it, he got a point. Because they were saying, well, do you think Biggie is the greatest? And he said, look, man, here's the thing. There's not enough albums for Biggie to be the greatest of all time. And they were like, then who isn't? He's like, I'm sorry, it's Jay. He got a point. Biggie only had really 3 albums because the second joint was like a double, right? Wasn't it? The second joint was a double album.
Look, she said Pac hands down.
See, Chris Rock said that Pac ain't have enough records either, which is not true because Pac had mad records. But for some reason, he said that he didn't feel like Pac hit him enough times, and he didn't feel like Biggie had enough records.
He said Pac was a fraud. we had this discussion. Okay, so I'm gonna bring it to the podcast, right?
Yeah, let's go.
We had this discussion on OG Benny's live. Last night, Benny, was it 2 nights ago? Tupac. They called Tupac a fraud. They said Tupac because he died doing some shit that wasn't him. That gangster image. It wasn't him.
It wasn't him.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't him. So they said Tupac was a fraud. Matter of fact, Benny, just tell me yes or no if you willing to tap in, because I'll send you the link. But anyway, they said Tupac was a fraud or whatever because he died. Do you know the situation on why Tupac was killed or how he ended up dying? Like you personally, Pete.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Do you know?
The only thing, because I was running in that circle a little bit.
Mm.
And the only thing that, because obviously I'm in the room with people that knew the dude, both him and Biggie and all that. Like, so anytime those conversations came up, I kept my mouth shut. I didn't give an opinion because that's a different. But the thing I always heard people say, and it makes sense if you know anything about the music business, is it was basically a reach for publishing, because the argument even now is that Puff has still not given Biggie's publishing back to his kids. He still hasn't done that. Yeah, still.
Really?
Jadakiss was the one that exposed that. And Jada confronted him on a podcast and was like, nigga, like give Biggie's kids they shit. Like,
that's
he was
wild.
Like, yeah,
that's
like
wild. I'm surprised Faith don't voice her opinion on that too often. But then again, I'm not sure how Faith contract herself is tied in with Puff and Bad Boy, so she may not be able to speak on that.
Yeah, because but that's the only thing I've ever heard, and I'm not hearing this I'm hearing this from people that were actually like physically friends with these guys. So everybody that I ever spoke to that was close to that situation said that they felt that it was a money grab, and that's it. Jay the biggest fraud. Hey, OG Ben. Hey, real quick, I want to get to this comment. Benny has said, how can we work with some of the kids on production? Yeah. We'll talk about that. Let's get on a group chat with Meech, and we'll do that, because I got a couple young boys that they making beats right now.
No, yeah. All right. Well, bet. I know he with
and
that.
Listen, if I even said to them like, yo, give me some beats, I'm gonna send them to Philly, bro, they lose their mind, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, look, yo, and Benny will glad they hot, he'll take them.
Yeah. And the young boys out here, they think like New York dudes and Philly dudes is like,
oh, we got my man in here, man. Give me a round of applause, Pete. Got my man in. Give me a round of applause, Pete.
I'm delayed on
man in.
Yeah, I got. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Who that?
We got OG Benny.
What's up, man? Guys? What's going on? Let me get to the
shit. What's going on?
What's going on, Benny?
Hey, Benny, let me tell you something. You were the most active dude on Instagram Live ever, bro. Every time I get on Instagram, it's like OG Benny, or you got a live. Every freaking time I get on Instagram.
That nigga's
Grinding,
everywhere,
man. We
man.
grinding, man. Shout
I
out to y'all,
see.
man. Congratulations on the show, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. We trying to build something big. These dudes, this dude and Mont, like to me, those few episodes that they put out in the beginning, just like to me, it just grabbed me. So we trying to do something eventually, maybe get some sponsors. Who knows?
Yeah. It's definitely there. Definitely there, man. We was talking about Pac the other night. And shout out to my man Loud Pack.
Shout out to Loud Pack, man.
He a big Tupac fan. He was mad as shit at us the other night. Because my point was that with Pac was he was always in character, like with the gangster shit, because of who he was around. And the people who follow Tupac, if you know that where Pac come from as far as like his music, Pac was the boy talking about saving Brenda, and you know what I mean, the cops doing stuff to us, and you know what I mean, he was on this black man. But when Pac got out of jail, he started running with what's the name of them, and then he turned into a gangster.
Yeah.
He had West Side tattooed on him. He was throwing up the W's. He was supporting the gangs and all that. You know what I'm saying? He was wearing the colors and the do-rags and all that. And for people who this was just my opinion, for people who watched Pac come up and was fans of Pac, it was like, what the fuck happened to him?
Yeah.
Now, I can't deny the music. The music, I still listen to Pac, but I'm just saying that part of it, he was in character too much. He wasn't no gangster.
Yeah, I feel like the only reason I told him that last night too, the only reason Pac even went to Death Row is because they got him out of prison. That was the only reason.
Yeah. But the same thing, that was a a business move. That wasn't Suge being, that wasn't Pac being Suge's man. That was a straight up business move, because they was robbing him.
Oh, I'm sure.
It had to be some type of sacrifice made for them to agree to come get his ass.
Yeah,
right.
Yo, and you know what? So that record came out in '95, right? And this is no lie. I was
Which record? What record came out in
California
95?
Love. My bad.
Okay,
California
all right.
Love. So that record came out in '95. I was 15. I remember when that video came out, like the first time I saw it, I'm in the living room with my cousin Mano, and we watching it, and I'm like, oh shit, this is dope. And I look at my cousin, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. And he said, what the fuck is he doing? He ain't no like West Side, like what the fuck? Because Pac is in that video, and my cousin is flipped, like, yo, what the fuck is he doing? Bro, my cousin was not a Pac.
He didn't like that shit.
Nah. And if I was because I used to be over there with them a lot in the summertime. If I was playing it, he would come and be like, yo, turn that shit off, put something on. He did not like Pac, bro. It was something like, it triggered him. As soon as he saw Pac do it, he was like, yo, what the fuck is he doing?
Niggas knew. Niggas knew. If you paid attention, niggas knew.
I just think the gangster music, like the music he was making when he first came out,
it was conscious.
Wasn't allowed over there. It wasn't allowed over there. That's not what they was pushing. They wasn't pushing that type of music over there. They wasn't pushing the Black Panther vibe over there. So by them getting him out of jail, to my belief, it was more so, this is what we need you to do, nigga. You got to do this time. This is what we doing. This is what we need you to do.
That was one of the sacrifices.
Him being a complete artist, he can adapt to that shit. And I think he fell in love with that shit.
Well, and I heard a rumor one time that Juice is what that he took the Juice character too far, and then he couldn't break away.
He became Bishop.
Yeah,
he couldn't shake the Bishop character, almost like main man Heath Ledger when he played the Joker, and he ended up killing himself.
And you know what happened with that? You know what happened with that situation, right?
Yeah, they say he locked himself in a room or some shit, right?
He called Jack Nicholson. And he told Jack Nicholson, hey, you basically broke this. You broke Batman into the world, and you're the original Joker.
Right.
And he said, out of respect for you, I want to call you and have a conversation about how I should approach the character. And you know what Nicholson told him? He said, hey, listen to me. It took me 2.5 years of therapy to break out of that, to break that character out of my head. He said, "Do not take the role." That's the only thing I could tell you. That's what he left the conversation. So when he died, like 2 days later, Jack Nicholson is on a red carpet, and they asked him about it, and he said, "Listen, I talked to that kid. I told him 3 times, don't take that role, and he didn't listen." That was his answer.
That's crazy.
I never knew that.
Yeah, he
That's
said it right on the red carpet. He said, "I told him 3 times."
So
And
maybe because if you watch that, like nobody can top Heath Ledger to me as playing the Joker.
nah,
Like,
nobody.
Nobody's gonna play that role better than
So as an actor, right? Let me ask y'all a question. As an actor, right? A non-gay, I don't even know the word for it, but an actor that's not gay, right?
Like straight actor.
A straight actor. How do you feel about dudes who get so far into the range that they're not gay, but they're willing to kiss a man on camera for the sake of a role?
Yeah, watch me mess you up. You ready? Remember that movie Brokeback Mountain?
I didn't see it, but I remember the
You never
title.
heard about it, right? I never saw it.
Gay Cowboys.
Remember, it was a big deal because it was like a mainstream movie. Guess who's the star in that movie?
Who's the star?
Yeah,
Wasn't it like Jake Gyllenhaal or some shit?
and who else? Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger was in that joint.
Heath Ledger. So
Heath Ledger was in that joint.
Yeah, he was the lover. It was the 2 lovers was Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger.
I didn't even know it was Heath Ledger.
Yeah. So like you saying, Benny, the dude was straight. He had kids. I mean, he was a straight dude, but he could take that role, and he took it so far that
That's crazy.
my wife saw it, right? Because these friends that I'm telling you about that created QVC is a couple, is a gay couple, it's 2 guys.
Okay.
My wife saw it with them and a bunch of people,
right, Chuck?
In a movie theater in their crib, like, and my wife said that the sex scene, the main sex scene, is so graphic that like she even had to look away. Like it was so crazy. And these are 2 straight actors, right?
There's no way. Yeah, it's no way. It's no way. I don't think a straight guy
in you a little bit.
That nigga from P Valley, is no way he going home at night kissing his wife.
Or my thing is like, I know you get into character. They tell you they're like, yo, you gotta be a serial killer. So you go home, you look up famous serial killers and how they thought. You get into it.
Yeah.
If they present this to you and tell you, and you reading the script, and you're like, all right, I'm driving the car. Me and my man driving in the car. We starting. Then he tell me he liked me. Hold up, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but that's hard for me. And probably for others, it's just like, how do you set your mind for that, and you're not attracted to the opposite sex?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? To the same sex. How do you adapt your mind to that?
The thing is, some actors can. So, did you see Joker? You saw Joker, right, with Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, I saw that.
I didn't see that.
Him dancing on the steps and shit.
Benny, when you see this dude in this movie, you're gonna be like, "That's not Joaquin Phoenix." He lost what, like 70 pounds?
Lost a lot of weight.
He was eating an apple a day to get ready. Now, that's commitment, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes that are what they call them method actors. They're willing, if they can get into the character, they'll do anything. That's 50,
like 50 did that in that movie where he had where he was sick. He lost all that weight.
Yeah, it looked like he was dying.
Yeah.
When he was sick.
Yo, that was crazy.
Yo,
it was crazy.
When he put that picture up, somebody he was on set. I said, "What the fuck? What they do to 50, man?"
Yo, he looked dead, bro. He looked like
it was over for him. I said, "Damn, 50 fuck with them girls out there on the road. They got it."
Yeah. That's why when the Black Panther
fuck with them Easy chicks, man, they got him.
They got it, man. Once they get you, they got you. Man.
Nah, you too many.
Real quick. Tonight's episode, we getting into the Sammy the Bull, and his whole situation.
I got a question for you on that, Benny.
Deshaun Jackson, his whole situation.
I don't even know about that.
These new indictments that's coming down in Philadelphia. Philadelphia being the next big city to
that's on our list. That's
have a handful of indictments, yeah.
Oh shit.
And What was the Factor No, John? What was that one?
Factor No.
But we gonna get into that too.
Video.
We gonna get into that too. But so with this Sammy the Bull thing, like, what did you because you put it on the list? What made you want to put that on the list?
I wanted to put that. I'm glad that Benny's on there because I want to get a why, and everybody in the chat. Let's try to get a. So I'm still the whole snitches get stitches. Like, yeah, I don't live on the street anymore, none of that. But that's still, that's in my blood. So like when the Tekashi thing happened, I had my opinions just like everybody else, and I don't support that. I don't support none of that, right? But this guy, Sammy the Bull, he got a podcast now. He's on Instagram, and he's telling his side about a lot of what happened. Meech, did you hear the breakdown when he talks about why he ended up folding?
Yeah.
Did you see that, Benny?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because when you watching him tell stories, you start to like the guy. Like, damn, this dude, he's smart, he got his shit together. He was well respected. He did what he did.
Very intelligent for having a 6th grade education.
Yeah, the dude he's tough as nails, smart as shit. You know what I mean? But his breakdown of why he ended up folding was interesting to me, and it changed my opinion about him. Because he was just saying that basically Gotti told him, look, the people need me, so you got to take this L. And he's like, Sammy's whole thing was like, no, we gotta take the L together. And he's telling Sammy, like, no, you're gonna take it because the people need me, the streets need me. So my question to y'all is like, does that sway you in any way? Or is it like, nah, fuck that. You still should have took the bullet.
In my opinion, Sammy felt betrayed.
There you go.
I'm not saying that's grounds for telling, because when we was kids, that's the first thing your mom tell you is mind your business, and you keep telling on your brother, your mom fuck you up for keep coming in here telling. Right. So as grown people, we should know that. I don't condone that shit in no shape, form, or fashion. But if Sammy felt betrayed and he felt like, damn, bro, like I'm running around here putting shit down for you, like, you know what I mean? Like we gotta go. I do agree with him with the we gotta go sit down together shit. I agree with that totally.
I mean,
like,
but
he wasn't
with that totally. But if you now in the event that I say, well, Pete, we gotta go sit down together, and you like, nah, bro, the streets need me. And fuck you mean the streets need you, my nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? Now, that's where the wedge gets drawn at between us. Do I tell on you? Fuck no. I just don't fuck with you no more. At all, and I might kill you.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, in Sammy's defense, right? And I agree with everything you just said. In Sammy's defense, John Gotti had been breaking the rules of Cosa Nostra for a long time. And he said, I was starting to lose respect for him. So what I got from it is he basically was like, this fucking guy is constantly out of line. And now he don't even want to take the L with me. He still want me to take the L. And what I respect about Sammy,
he was talking shit about Sammy too.
That's what I'm saying.
He was talking a lot of shit about Sammy too.
Right. He was already feeling like, yo, you already out of line.
Yeah.
Right. So it was the same thing with Paul Castellano when he talked about there's that story on YouTube where he talks about the beginning of him starting to lose respect for Paul Castellano. Right. And then you listen to the one where he actually planned the hit on Paul.
He planned the hit on Paul Castellano. When they killed Paul Castellano in New York in front of the steakhouse, John Gotti was driving the car.
Yeah, Sammy was in the side.
Sammy was in the passenger seat when they rolled past and looked down to make sure he was dead.
Yeah, he was the one that told John, yeah, they're down.
Listen, like he was the one running everything with the walkie-talkies and everything. Right, Sammy was running everything. John was just the driver, and
I don't condone the telling part with Sammy. He lost everything that I ever heard or saw about Sammy the Bull. He lost all that for me. Do I watch the podcast sometime? Yeah, because he be telling stories about shit that happened and talking to other guys. Like, I watch it because of that. But the thing about the Sammy the Bull shit, the thing about the 6ix9ine shit, the Troy Ave shit.
Yeah,
we live in a society now where people glorify rats, right? Yeah. So They glorify the rat. They make the rat. They step on him, stomp on him with both feet, and then they do something and they get accepted again, right? So now when a guy does something and he gets caught up, he feels like, well, I could tell too because they accepted them back. Why wouldn't they accept me? So now it becomes a thing of everybody feels like it's something cool to do. You understand what I'm saying? And for a guy that the Sammy and that shit is tricky because you got one guy who's loyal and willing to do whatever for one guy, and then you got the other guy who's secretly talking shit about this nigga, and then you got the nigga thinking he don't know what to think. He might think you gonna X him out, but at the end of the day, there's no grounds for telling.
Right. But let's also remember too, again in Sammy's defense, let's also remember that John becomes the boss because him and Tato decide to put John in that seat.
You know, him and Frankie DeChico decide.
Because DeChico was saying I could be his second, but he can't be mine. He got too much pride.
This is the whole thing with that. When they came to who was it? They called him Quack fucking Ruggiero. When Ruggiero came to Sammy and to tell him like, look, we want to whack the boss, we want your help or whatever. Angelo came to him. He was pissed that John didn't even come to him. He was like, why the fuck isn't John here? You know what I mean? So when they put that shit together, and the only reason they wanted to kill the boss was because the tapes were about to come out with that they bug Angelo Ruggiero house with, and he's talking about selling drugs and you know what I mean, everything that's going on in the family and all that shit. Yeah. So they were going to be killed when those tapes came out because Paul didn't want nobody selling drugs. So that's the only reason why they wanted to kill him. It was either kill him or we die. You know what I'm saying? So then when you do that, Sammy goes to Frankie DeChico and they say, we decide we're going to let him be the boss, right? Because we don't want another war within the family.
Right.
You know what I mean? So to save the family, we're going to let him be the boss. And if he goes too far, we'll just kill him. But to save the family, we're going to let him be the boss. Then while he is the boss, he makes Sammy the unboss. Right? He makes Sammy the underboss. You got Sammy still going on hits. Underbosses usually don't go on hits. Right. And remember, Sammy came up under Tato once he came to the Gambino family from the
and Tato was the one that schooled him on to being smart.
The Columbos. But and Tato schooled him on, the old school real Costa Nostra.
He should have told him how to move.
Yeah.
When they had morals.
Taught him all the rules and everything.
So, you know what I mean? So now you got him going on hits as the underboss. That's not traditional. Right. And you know what I mean? And now the tapes come out. Right. The tapes come out. You on the tapes talking about pretty much how he was scared of Sammy's because Sammy held power. Niggas couldn't build couldn't build nothing in New York City without Sammy say so. Donald Trump included. He controlled all the unions.
All the union shit. That's how he made his money.
Oh he controlled all that shit.
Yeah.
So Sammy was getting too powerful for John. And it was starting to scare his, scare his ego, scare his authority, whatever. So he's talking down about Sammy.
Yeah.
To other people. And he might have even known that place was bugged and he decided to talk down. But anyway, when those tapes came out, it put a bad taste in Sammy's mouth on top of everything else. Like you know what I mean? You wouldn't be the boss without me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of
I could have just let you die.
He wouldn't have had a lot of that success without Sammy.
He could have Sammy could have just let them die and told them I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah. Did you peep when Sammy's talking about that story? He's talking about Cosa Nostra and the rules. He said all this running around in fur coats and all that shit is breaking rules. He's like, so these guys been breaking rules forever. You know what I'm saying? Where he's like, yo, I stick by the rules, man. I don't.
He told one story. He said it was a time when they were out somewhere and people was coming up to John Gotti asking for autographs, and it was paparazzi. He was out there taking pictures, and he was telling John, "Let's go out the back door," and he was like, "No." He's like, "But my public." He was like, "Your public." He's like, "We're fucking gangsters."
Yeah,
he's like, "We're not celebrities. We're in a secret society, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Your public? Let's get the fuck out of it." But John, if you notice, every mobster that likes the limelight is dead.
Yeah.
Or in jail.
Or in jail, yeah.
Look at Joe Colombo. He brought too much heat onto the mafia, whatever, with his Italian Americans League or all that, and the rallies and shit like that. Bugsy Siegel out in California when he fucked up with the Vegas money and all that shit. John Gotti, like all these niggas either dead or in jail when you out here flashy and shit.
Yeah.
All the guys who didn't do that, those guys lived to be 80 and 90 years old, retired in Italy and Sicily. Man.
Those are the Carlo Gambinos, the Lucky Lucianos, the Joe Bonanos.
And I don't glorify the whole Sammy thing, but at this point, in my opinion, this is a guy that got stories that people have been speculating about, and now he's telling, like, he was in the room. So in my opinion, the dude is a national treasure at this point because he got history in his head.
And it's not even just the stories, the storytelling.
Right. And he's a great storyteller. Yeah.
Great storyteller. I can't sit there and watch
to be able to be as powerful as he was in one of the biggest families in mob history, under one of the possibly the biggest bosses in the history, to play a major role in that, and also all the murders and shit that he did, to be able to still be breathing, to be able to be out of jail, to be able to fucking not be dead after the shit because of what you've done, and to still be able to be to get money and still be doing shit. I think people will look at him like, this dude is special. But at the end of the day, it's always going to take a negative away from me because
it's always going to be an asterisk.
Yeah,
it's going to be that asterisk.
Yeah, that's the only negative. I'm with you on that. That's the only negative.
I mean, he's 70-some years old. He only got about 10 years left.
He ain't got much time to think about it.
Listen, even after he's gone, and somebody be like, yeah, Sammy the Boy, he's a rat. It don't matter.
Yeah,
it's always
he's gonna always be a rat. He's gonna always be a rat.
He's always gonna be known as that.
But
that's always gonna be that asterisk.
Yeah.
And how many records is he on? People referencing him as a rat on rap records.
Oh, he's everywhere. He might be. I don't know. I'm going to look that up. I'm going to see who's the most referenced rat in rap music.
Jay used it, I think, twice.
Sam said that was a big story at the time. That shit was all over that was all over every news outlet around the world.
And he's probably the most famous rat. For real, like out of all of them, if you think about it. If you think about it, I mean,
I think
him and what's the other guy? The other boy. They did the scene in The Godfather. The boy that went in front of the Senate and told on everybody. Went in front of
Joe Valachi.
Joe
Valachi.
He might be up there.
Valachi might be the most famous historically if motherfuckers know their history.
That
but
nigga gave
culturally.
up.
It's Sammy.
That nigga told what kind of sneaks niggas wore, how much sugar they got in their coffee. That nigga.
Joe Valachi told it all.
Yeah, and he told on the old country because that was that first generation.
Those were the first. Yeah, those were the immigrant mafia.
That was when the Sicilians were still.
That shit.
That was the 50s.
Yeah,
that was the 50s. So that's when Costello was still around.
Somebody to tell, bro, was unheard of.
Yeah,
I think he was the first major one, and I think he was a low-level type dude too. But yeah, Joe Valachi, that's crazy.
With them two, Valachi and Sammy, man.
They had him on. They treated him just like Sammy with the whole. They had him staying on military bases when he was coming in and testify. They flew that nigga in on helicopters, all that shit.
Yo, and then the nigga got out of jail and was running a multi-million-dollar ecstasy company. Got booked for this shit. And he's back home on doing a podcast.
He did probably about 15 years for that.
So one thing you can't say about Sammy is
he did his time.
Definitely
Sammy the police. I don't fuck with nobody.
He's the police, but listen, he came out and got
Sammy the police. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I don't think he the police. I just think he got caught up in doing some dumb shit.
If he ain't the police, he get invited to a few motherfucking barbecues.
He's been to a barbecue for sure.
I'm sure he may say, I got a few friends. You know?
I got a friend or two that high ups.
I mean, he does say he's still friends with some of the FBI guys that he dealt with at that time. He does say.
Yeah, I mean, he was around them 24/7, so they're gonna be friends.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying is somebody borrow somebody's boot. That's all I'm saying.
Somebody borrow. Hey, let me borrow your boot.
Yo, what's the song? What's the Philly shit with the indictments? What's that?
Oh,
They
well,
got
it's a lot of little gangs running around Philly shooting shit up.
because of D-Jax?
Huh?
Could the D-Jax got something to do with all that?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I don't think
My
so.
bad.
I ain't heard Deshaun.
Deshaun.
No, Deshaun Watson. I'm talking about Deshaun Watson.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
The
Deshaun
quarterback
Watson,
for the Browns.
He got suspended for what, 6 games?
Yeah,
you see Goodell was trying to make that shit a whole season.
So let me ask a question. Being as though he got suspended for 6 games, was he convicted of any action, or is the NFL just keeping their nose clean?
He was never charged with anything.
He was never charged.
So the NFL is trying to keep their nose clean.
They never had any evidence to charge this man.
Meech, tell him about the judge that they hired.
Oh, it was a female judge.
Yeah,
a female judge to go over the she's an outside person, she's a third party, so they got her to come in and review the case and go and determine his punishment that goes along with the NFL's policy. So see what he broke in the NFL's policy and then punish him that way. So when she reviewed everything, that's how they got the 6 games. She said he broke the policy in a certain way, I forgot what it was, that warrants a 6-game suspension.
Yeah.
But the NFL and Roger Goodell, they think he should do no less than a year. So they think he should sit out this whole season and then come back next year.
And they want to fine him $8 million.
Yeah, and they want to fine him.
So you can get let me understand this. So basically, what I'm trying to understand is that you can get suspended. There's something in the contract that says that you can be suspended for allegations.
Yeah, they're gonna break it down to, and this is what they get everybody on. Is detrimental to the league.
To the league, yeah. That's
actions that are detrimental to the league because they sued him civilly since they couldn't get him legally, and he settled 24 out of the 25 lawsuits so far. Yeah. So they think he should do more, but here we go. Ben Roethlisberger was accused of the same thing with one female, though. And I don't think he served a suspension. Like maybe he got like 2 games or some shit, 3 games.
It was a couple games while they invested.
It was something soft. So a lot of the commentators were saying, yeah, they mishandled the Ben Roethlisberger situation. We can't mishandle this one.
So how many women was this with Deshaun Jackson?
Deshaun Watson.
Watson, I'm sorry.
25.
25, bro.
25 women. That's a lot of women.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me my man just randomly goes around to massage parlors and acts crazy, and all 25 of these women, none of them knew who he was, or none of them was with him. None of them.
They were a lot of them were
shout out to Drunk
hired. A lot of them were hired massage therapists. Yeah, shout out to Drunk.
So cool.
Yeah,
you're a hired massage therapist, right? So none of y'all knew who he was, or none of y'all knew, or none of y'all was with what happened. So nobody filed this stuff or said that he did these things immediately. Everybody chilled, fell back, chilled. Use him as a boost to get more clientele, because you could say I did Deshaun Watson.
This is the crazy part.
Yo,
this
damn.
Crazy.
Hey, listen, that's deep. I didn't even think about it like that.
No, but look, this is the crazy part.
You know I'll be with Deshaun Watson over there.
Yeah, so now you make more money because you did him, so you're making more money, right?
Yeah.
Now you're the celebrity masseuse now, right?
Right.
But now you hear these girls say, "Oh, he touched me. He did this." Now you're keeping an eye on it. Oh, they taking him to court. I did a massage too. I still got the records. Let me go get me some money and say he did this to me too.
That's heavy.
Is that possible?
You got a point.
You got to look at this too. At first, he didn't want to re-sign with the Houston Texans, right? Because they didn't want to give him the amount of money he wanted. Then they gave him the money. Right after they gave him the money, here come the allegations.
And I've heard a lot of people say they think that somebody in Houston, like one of the organization guys, like front office guys, leaked that whole thing.
The weird shit was the lawyer that was representing a lot of the females in these allegations were real good friends with the owner of the Houston Texans.
Oh,
so that they brought that up too.
Wow.
So, and then another good point somebody brought up: if we're going to punish players to this certain extent, or you want a year, no less than a year, then are you going to do the same thing with owners? Are you going to do the same thing with the owners?
No.
Like Robert Kraft,
right? Wasn't Robert Kraft in a like in a whorehouse or something?
He got caught in a Chinese massage parlor.
Yeah.
He got caught up in the stink.
But y'all see what they did to my man? Was the college boy? He was getting the lap dance, man.
Yeah.
The college coach, the boy, he was sitting in at the bar. They caught him. Little white chick walked up on him, sat on his lap, started dancing all on his lap.
Oh, you talking about? That was Urban Meyer.
Yeah,
Jacksonville Jaguars. Urban Meyer,
and he's hated in the NFL. They can't.
That's why they fired his ass. They got him out of his last straw.
The fuck out of here. So I think these motherfuckers do like. We already know they do what they want to do, but my thing also be. We get this a certain amount of years. We get that one dude who gets allegations and gets sued. We get that every so amount of years, bro. And I think it just stopped on him.
My man said
Dan Snyder. Hey, I'll be right back.
The owner of the Washington Commanders is being accused of allegedly sex trafficking cheerleaders.
What?
Sex trafficking cheerleaders.
I can't believe that one. I don't believe it. It's too easy to have auditions for NFL team. It's too easy to put out a call for auditions to have females who dance to come audition. That's too easy. I don't see the point.
I know I'm
just saying, I don't see the point of doing that. I don't see it.
I know Daniel Snyder and the Washington Commanders have allegations of what you call it from the Dallas Mavericks just had the same allegations in his front office. Mark Cuban. He just had the same allegations in his front office of sexual harassment and shit like that in the front office towards women. So that's what he got going on. I didn't know he was accused of sex trafficking cheerleaders. I didn't know that shit, but I knew he had the sexual harassment and stuff like that. Not him per se, but people in his office, like the men that work there, were like sexually harassed.
What would be my question for that would be, what would be the reason for that? And me being the owner, and to let's say hypothetically you did do that, and me being the owner and I'm trafficking these women. Where am I hiding these women at until Sunday for them to come dance and all that? Yeah. How am I keeping these? How am I keeping these women? It's 23 dancers that come out on this field every Sunday. How am I keeping 23 women quiet? They're not talking to no family, but they made up and ready to go every week out here dancing. And I'm hiding, and nobody knows
on Fox
about
every weekend.
Come on, man.
Nobody knows.
Fuck with this man.
They on Fox every weekend.
Yeah, every weekend. They happy as a motherfucker, but somebody had them in a dumpster and brought them over here, old car seas and all that. Come on, man. Cut it out.
Oh, shit. Just teach them choreography.
Yeah, they learn the shit. They ready by the kickoff. Football season starts. They ready. Cut it out, man. I don't believe that one. I can't believe that one, man. I think somebody trying to get him.
Honestly, I don't think it's going to take Deshaun Watson a long time, even though he is getting love in training camp from fans and shit like that. It's going to take him a long time to get past this, man. It might not ever get past this. People are always going to, when you think of him, this is the first thing you're going to think of. That's the sad part.
Not to mention he hasn't played in like, a season and a half?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't
know, Meech, because the NFL has got over a lot of things. They let guys have done some things, and Ray Lewis killed the motherfucker, man. Ray Lewis murdered the motherfucker and played in the Super Bowl, man. We ain't gonna forget man.
He sure did.
Ray Lewis put a nigga, he murdered somebody, man, and went and played in the Super Bowl.
Listen, if you got the connection, not Ray, but if you got the complexion for the connection,
I'm just saying.
Big Ben had a rape allegation and then went and got married and had a beautiful family and shit.
Yo, look at drunk.
Ray Lewis, the only one, man. Who else? Michael Irvin snorted
a brick of cocaine before every game. He was out there, his motherfucker eyes wide as a motherfucker. He's a dead headlights. Every
Lawrence
Taylor used to be thinged up. Lawrence Taylor. Come on, man.
Listen, Michael Irvin and the Cowboys come from a long line of coke snorters, man.
Man,
Too Tall Jones had it in the
lot.
water bottle, man. He had it in his water bottle on the sideline, man.
They caught Dexter Manley in the motherfucking locker room after they won the Super Bowl with his leg crossed, reading the newspaper upside down, man. The fuck is you doing, man? That's how they found out he couldn't read. This motherfucker leading the NFL in sacks, all kind of defensive categories, and this motherfucker can't read. Y'all find out when they win the Super Bowl that this motherfucker can't read.
He holding up the newspaper. He don't know what to say.
Motherfucking newspaper upside down in the locker room.
He got the newspaper upside down.
With his leg crossed, though.
Act like he reading it.
This would look like when you're reading. You cross my legs, man. That's what it look like when you're reading.
This nigga was reading the paper distinguished upside down, man. You don't cut that bullshit out.
Dexter Manley had the newspaper.
This is what you look like when you read.
He had the newspaper, then winning the Super Bowl and shit upside down.
Man, NFL lets you get away with it, man. So I don't put nothing past them. I don't put nothing past
Drunk said that. Drunk said all trafficking ain't grimy. That's funny, but it's true, right?
I mean, I'm sure it's some sophisticated trafficking.
He said all sex trafficking ain't grimy.
That's fun. That's a good comment.
It's funny, but it's true.
Nikki said Ben had two.
But I just that part of it, I don't see it.
Nah,
I don't see it, man. I'm an NFL owner.
I don't know.
It's too easy.
I'm mad, man. My man Frank Gore got himself in some trouble out there in New Jersey, man. Out there in them hotels, man. He on camera. Frank Gore. He on camera dragging a naked woman into the hallway, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, they got my man Frank, man.
Who was he at night on Broadway?
What?
He was out there in Jersey somewhere, man.
Come on, Frank. Frank
Gore. Yo, first of all, how is he still playing? He got to be in his 50s.
He's retired 62. Now.
He'd be 62 this year.
Frank did like 20 years, man. He retired.
Yeah, he'd be 62 this year. He need
let me tell you.
He need 2 more touchdowns. He had 879 touchdowns rushing.
He up there. Frank up there in the yardage. Frank up there in the yardage.
He played 25 years.
Yeah, he did. He played a long time.
I'm gonna tell you how old Frank. I'm gonna tell you how old Frank was, man. Frank was so old. His last year was with the Jets, man. You know, everybody go over there. That's one of them dying teams.
That's the retirement home. The Jets is the retirement home.
Yeah, it's like
you go to the Jets in Cleveland to go retire. You know?
Yeah, you ready to retire. You got about 1 or 2 more good left. You get about 8 plays a game. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna come over here and get a check, and then I'm gonna see y'all later on. Man.
Yeah, you get 8 carries a game. Do what you could do, man.
Yo, I don't know where that shit is. I hope Frank don't have. He brought up the CTE. I hope Frank don't have CTE, man. But yeah, Frank got caught, man. I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm praying for the brother and the young lady.
Him into the room.
Well, you see, they just dragged Marshawn Lynch. You see what they did to Marshawn Lynch?
He got a little DUI. He got a little too much to drink.
They've been waiting to get him.
He had a lot.
You already know it.
He had a lot of little too much.
He had a little too much to drink.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to the homie.
He told the police, he said, all right, everything's understandable. I said, he
said, not everything.
Yo, you know when Marshawn talks too much, he drunk. Usually he don't like to talk.
If I was the police and he said that to me, I'd be like, man, get your dumb ass out the car.
You know, they said when they caught him,
man, get your dumb ass out the car, man. Right now. They
said when they caught him, he was riding on rims. They didn't even have no tires on the car.
Oh,
and he was on the sidewalk with the car.
Yo, could you imagine that? A Bentley on rims?
He just drunk as shit. It looked like a little SUV.
What did you do for you not to have no? What were you doing for you not to have no tires on the Bentley?
It's Vegas. It's Vegas. Fuck it.
He was probably jumping curves.
It's Vegas, man.
Meech, what Vegas. The fuck was you doing that you don't have no tires, Meech?
Mont said he go to Vegas. He said he gonna snort a line. He doing all types of shit. That's what you do in Vegas. That's what you do in Vegas.
Touchdown in Vegas. You just forget everything that's morally connected to you. Just dump all that shit.
That shit is Sodom and Gomorrah, man.
It really, yo, listen, I was there like a month and a half ago, and EDC was going on. You know what EDC is?
No, what's that?
It's one of those raves.
Okay.
Where like it's in the desert type joint.
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Probably a bunch of stank ass people out there.
Bro. There's nothing but naked women walking in the hallways, bro. Because they go basically naked to the desert. The girls, I'm talking about the girls, walking around in the casino, bro, in like see-through beaded shirt, basically naked, bro. Everywhere you went. And I was with my pops. So I looked at my pops and said, "Yo, we gotta get out of here, bro." I'm like, "Yo, this place is too crazy."
Benny, he looked at his pops like, "Yo, we gotta get out of here." He leaned back over 5 more minutes.
Nah, yo, my dad was like, "Yo, this shit is wild." And my dad's the wild one. He was like, "Yo,
right."
I told my dad, "Yo, come on, you gotta get out of here. It's time you go lay down, man. I don't want you out all night."
My dad is only 15 years older than me, so.
Oh shit! He probably told you to go lay down.
Right?
I can't keep up with him. I cannot keep up with him, bro.
Fuck off.
Yo, but what happened with the indictments? My bad. I'm still.
It's a bunch of new little gangs and shit shooting shit up in Philly. The young boys.
The city?
Yeah.
Like actual gangs.
Yeah, like neighborhoods that we know got different names now and shit like that.
Oh shit.
So what they do is, if you from 33rd and Penton, and it's like now we the Trey Penton shooters. So now it's Trey Penton shooters. It's Trey PS. I rep Trey PS. Now you got 30 niggas repping Trey PS. Then you got some niggas in Germantown. They represent the Cheltenham Bangers. So now it's Cheltenham Bangers. Now it's CB Mafia and all this dumbass shit.
Those aren't real names, but you get what we trying to explain.
It's not real names, just hypothetical names I made up.
But apparently, I don't know, because apparently WrestleMania is supposed to come to Philly soon. The Olympics is supposed to be coming to Philly soon. So I don't know if they're trying to clean up the city.
Clean that shit up.
They got indictments on all these it was like at least a handful of these young gangs out here, man, in Philly. And you know, niggas Philly, we didn't grow up with gangs. Niggas just knew blocks and neighborhoods.
No, I was gonna ask Benny, because he would know. And I was telling a couple of my students, actually, I was telling them this. Because you know, out in Tennessee, there's a couple different, whatever gangs or whatever. But I was telling my students that we didn't grow up with gangs. Now, Benny, correct me if I'm wrong, because I was a little younger, but I remember.
What's up, Angie?
I remember there being a time in Philly where they was trying to bring Bloods and Crips into the city. And remember how they used to call them posses, like back in the day, like in North Philly?
Yeah.
I remember being a kid and hearing my cousin talking about how that basically they tried to bring that shit to Philly, and that everybody united the blocks to get them out of the city. Is that true, or did I dream it?
It never happened. It was just like, it was guys who was involved in that shit from New York and New Jersey. Right. A lot of niggas in New Jersey used to come here to Philly, had friends and niggas here. They used to try to spread that shit over here, but we wasn't never on that. Philly wasn't never on no gang shit, like, you know what I'm saying? So nobody never embraced that shit. So it was like, it wasn't like it was a bunch of blood niggas or Crip niggas here in the city trying to plant a seed. It was just like niggas was cool with niggas from Jersey or New York. They would come to town, or they would go up there, and then it was like niggas would try to, you know what I mean, yo, you should, you know what I mean, this, and then they knew we wasn't on that. So it was never nothing to do. Now these motherfuckers is so influenced by what they see and what's going on. You tell a motherfucker, nigga, you walk past a nigga, he doing this crazy shit.
The biggest hip hop artist. I don't know what that means. The biggest hip hop artist right now for these young boys, like Dirk from Chicago, Lil Baby from Atlanta, Thug from Atlanta, Gunna from Atlanta. They're from these places. The niggas from Florida, Fulio and all them. They're from these places that have gang culture. The South has a lot of gang culture.
Yeah,
whether it be GDs, Bloods, Crips, folks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they listening to a lot of these rappers, and the biggest rappers are the ones that are in gangs, young NBA young boy and all that shit. So they're influenced by this shit. Now a lot of these niggas, from what I seen down Lehigh, it's a lot of motherfuckers coming from New York. It's a lot of black and poppy motherfuckers coming from New York that are gangbangers. And they're bringing that shit to Philly. And the young dickheads is joining up with it because they're already influenced by the music and shit like that. So it's easy.
A lot of them get pressure put on them too, because if niggas coming from out, see the thing be a lot of these niggas is not really built like that. So because if they was and niggas was built like that and you felt like that's what you wanted to do, you would start your own thing. If somebody from another city has to come here and bring their culture here,
recruit you
and bring their culture here, and it's either two things: either you're going to embrace it because you see it and you want to be a part of it for whatever reason, or you're going to look at it like I'm outmatched, I can't compete with that, and you don't have a choice now.
Yeah, you don't got a choice. Yeah,
because that's what you're surrounded around. You know, around what they're around, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. I'll be telling my students, I'm like, because they always ask, and I'm like, bro, when I was coming up in Philly, that shit was not a thing. Like nobody was down with that. And they like, what you mean? That's weird. I'm like, nah, it's weird to us that y'all was doing that. Y'all do that shit.
No, like Drunk just said, it was more of crews, more of hoods. You know what I mean? It wasn't no gang. It's just
I remember them being called posses because my cousins used to hang on Knife and Button.
That's what my brothers and them used to say. My brothers and them used to use that reference. Yeah, because they was rapping and all that. But like he said, it was crew. It was like a crew. It was like with us. I grew up on Pike Street. So and between their area Avenue and Diamond Street, it's fucking 10 minutes from me, 15 minutes from each other, but it's still North Philly. But it's like when they was, like you said, it was a crew thing. They mentioned, they be like, oh, here come them Pike Street niggas. Like, when I was down 16th and Diamond, they would say, come them up the hill niggas. You know what I'm saying? It was like you knew this was that neighborhood, but it wasn't a gang. It was just that you know everybody that lived in that neighborhood.
Yeah, like I'm from 4th and Indy, so the Indy Zoo was 3rd and Indy, 4th and Indy, 5th and Indy.
Right. But that's y'all area.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because my cousin was in his crew was called ATT.
Mm-hmm.
It was from Knife and Butler.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they used to call them posses back in the day. That shit was crazy.
My brother and them, they was like, when I started coming outside, the posse wave that ice was melting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was my brother and them shit, like the posse shit. Me and my posse, we going to the dollar party. That was they shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out. It wasn't no gangs here, bro. Like Philly, we never was on that shit, bro. Never.
For everybody that's here with us, man, we appreciate y'all. Remember to please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, man. It's the Reggie Bucum Podcast.
For having me as a guest.
We on here for OG Benny, man. My man Pete, we in here. In the podcast, but I don't remember Philly having gangs like that. I remember niggas getting clowned in Philly for saying they was a blood or some shit.
Yeah, that's real.
Niggas used to get clowned. I remember
nobody accepting that, bro. Niggas will laugh at you, bro. You a what?
Yeah, that was corny.
Get out of here, bro. You mean you a blood?
I remember a nigga said that shit in summer school, man. He said he was a blood, and niggas laughed him out to summer school. He never came back.
That was always corny to us. Like, what you mean?
Bro, I don't know nobody in the city.
I knew it wasn't us. It was other people. It was other places. Yeah. It wasn't us.
Right.
I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody personally, or never heard nobody that I know tell me, or never stood around nobody that said, "Oh yeah, we know what's his name got jumped in yesterday, man." You know what I mean? He officially a blood now. Like I never heard that conversation in this city.
I got cousins.
That was till I was 15.
I got cousins that gangbang, but they're not. None of my cousins that gangbang are from Philly. They all from other places.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He never came back drunk. He said he was a blood. It was like the 3rd or 4th day in that joint. They said he was a blood, and he never came back.
We used to be like, yo, that shit corny. What got it?
He never came back.
First of all, man, I can't do the introduction as enough. If niggas tell me like, yo, you gotta come down the spot later on, you gotta sit down in front of the council. We're gonna ask you a few questions. Everything go right, you win the game. I'm gonna come on down. I'm gonna sit down, answer the questions that don't go right. Thanks for y'all time, brother. Y'all be good with the game. If I answer right, hey, nigga, we in the game. What's up, baby? You know what I mean? That's how we gonna do that. But niggas ain't gonna tell me I gotta come down to the spot for 8 niggas to beat on me for me to be in. I don't want to be in the game. How come not 8 niggas beating on me? I can't beat 8 niggas, my man. And this is what it takes for me to be in the. I don't want to be in the game.
Around the corner from me, like 5 minutes from me, is like a little mini project. Because y'all know I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah. But it's a small project around the corner. So the young boy, this happened a couple days ago. The young boy is in the gang. He's 16. He broke one of the rules in the gang. So he got to take his punishment. They got to beat on him, right? Come to find out, young boy, he's 16. He got a heart problem. He don't tell them he got a heart problem, and he tells them I'm willing to take the punishment. Let's do it. So they beat on him. Young boy ended up dying. He ended up dying. So now these niggas getting charged with lynching and murder, all types of dumbass shit. But it's just weird to me, man. Fuck off. I'm not getting beat up.
Let me ask you, what's the point of 8 niggas beating on you, right? You heal up, get in the gang. You in the gang now. Then they tell you, yo,
you heal up.
Yeah, you heal up. They tell you in the gang recovery. Now. And then they like, yo, Pete, we gotta go down 46th Street. We gotta get back. We going down there tonight. And we gonna rumble. We gonna go down there. We just gonna punch on everybody we see. If y'all get down there and you get the scrap with the boy, you can't fight. Why are you in the gang? Why is he in the gang?
I just know how to get my ass beat.
Yeah, I'm like, what? No, he shouldn't be in the gang, man. No.
Or if he like, yo, I just healed up. Can we wait like a week?
He's like, we gotta go tonight. I just healed up.
He said we gotta go tonight. Damn, man, I'm kind of booked up tonight, man. Can we do it tomorrow, man? I promise my lady.
I
was chill with her. You said y'all want to fight them tonight. Check this out. Tomorrow they be having $2 Tuesday. It'd be better if we go tomorrow. Everybody gonna be out there.
It'd be cheaper for everybody. For real.
Yeah, plus I'm in this last quarter of Madden. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we ain't no such thing.
Yeah, it'd be more cost efficient for everybody. We go tomorrow now. $2 Tuesday.
Yo,
I'm trying to save the gang some money. Man.
I'm trying to save the gang money. I don't understand
Angie
what the problem
said, I'm late. What y'all in here lying about?
He said, I'm coming late to all the beef. Every time they call me for the beef, I'm pulling up
coming late to all the beef.
Bro, listen. You right.
No, I ain't even. I was asleep, man. I ain't even see y'all.
I ain't know y'all was gonna do that.
Yo, and how you gotta be around? How you gotta be respectful around a bunch of boys? I was just punching you in the face. Like, that's a whole problem within itself.
Yeah, I never thought.
How do you look at these men?
Yeah, and with respect and ready to protect them. If somebody, I can't do it, bro. It's back to that John Gotti thing. The streets need me.
The streets need me.
Take a bullet in the ass.
Not doing
it. I can't do that.
Not doing it.
God wouldn't want me to do that.
Right. You like, man, you know my mom be praying for me and shit. You got me on that prayer list. Like, so you put this 45 in your hand. We going downtown. They want you.
So, how much time do y'all think Brittany Griner is going to actually do?
The whole thing.
Whole 9.
Listen, I don't know why Russia and don't give a fuck what we off. Like, it's either Russia's demands or nothing. These motherfuckers got everything we got. They don't give a fuck.
You know they gave a Marine 14 years for the same crime. A Marine.
They gave a white girl a couple months and let her go after that, though.
Yeah.
The only reason I think, personally, I think she's going to do at least 75 to 80% of that time is because, for one, she's a celebrity. They feel like they got a trophy.
Mm-hmm.
2,
is she really a celebrity?
Well, she is now.
In their eyes.
Yeah, she is now. Here.
In their eyes.
She is now. More people know her name now, but unless you follow WNBA basketball or you
But
was
you got to
like
think she
somebody
played.
who
She played. So when I say celebrity,
like me and Benny know who she
basketball
was
over
because
there.
we watch basketball. We watch sports,
That's what I'm saying.
ESPN on
She
the
played
daily.
basketball over there.
Right.
She fucking.
But the average
6'11".
woman didn't know who the fuck she was.
Nah, nobody knew who she was really.
No,
but
what I'm saying is, she played basketball over
yeah,
there.
over
She's
there,
fucking
right.
8 feet tall, so she's a
During the
celebrity
off-season.
over there. You know what I'm
During
saying?
the
So,
offseason.
And
so
she's a
over
black
there,
girl. She's young. Yeah, it's true. She's a celebrity over there.
This wasn't her
Yeah.
first season playing over there. She plays over there on the offseason all the time.
my thing is, I think she
had
had
a
do a lot of
domestic-
the time because she broke the law. You broke the law in another country. You've been playing ball over there. You know the laws. Yep. It's not like you didn't know. You knew. You got caught. You got caught.
Angie said she didn't know who she was.
Yeah, nobody really knows.
If you don't watch basketball, you don't watch ESPN. Like I've known who Brittany Griner was since high school because I watch ESPN and they do short stories and shit.
Not celebrity like here in our country. I mean celebrity over there.
Over there. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Angie was saying she
this is not her first time playing over there. Benny right. Like she's been playing over there for years during the WNBA offseason.
She knew the rules.
So, yeah, you should have known the rules.
Yo, but she gonna look like Nelson Mandela when she come back.
No, they said they're gonna treat her like Nelson Mandela when she
gonna
come
treat her
home.
like Nelson.
The only way
you're saying the people gonna treat her like Nelson Mandela when she come home.
Oh hell yeah.
The only way she don't do that whole 9 years is if they do that prisoner swap. Did you know about that, right?
Yeah, I think they want 2 arms dealers.
Yeah,
or something like that.
We got 2 arms dealers of theirs, and they're saying they want both. And the U.S. is saying we'll send one of them back if you send us back the girl and the Marine.
One of the niggas is the Lord of War boy. It's the nigga they did. One of them is the nigga they did the movie about, man.
Yeah. That's
he's worth that.
Yeah, that's the one that they want to send back.
Nigga.
Yeah.
You gonna tell me a female basketball player is worth a trade for the Lord of War?
But you got to remember, there's a U.S. Marine there too. They trying to get both.
Why do they call him the Lord of War? What do he do? For people who don't know,
he's an arms dealer.
Man is the arms dealer. My man was running. Listen, watch. I got my other phone there. You got it. My man was dropping it off everywhere. My man was getting bullets for 2 cents a piece.
Yeah.
Bullets was longer than the McDonald's fries. He was getting them bitches for 2 cents a piece.
Yeah. Oh, it's called War Dogs.
War Dogs.
Yeah, War Dogs.
Y'all never seen War Dogs. Watch War Dogs.
Yeah.
Is that with Jonah Hill or no?
Jonah Hill, Jonah Hill and who's the other boy? Hold on, let me look this up. Yeah, it's Jonah Hill.
No, it's not that one. It's the other one. What's the other? It's the other one. When he go overseas with his brother, his brother go overseas. It's the other one.
My bad. Are you talking about the Nicolas Cage joint? Lord of War?
That one.
Lord of War. Yeah. I haven't seen that one.
You never saw that?
Nah, I gotta check it out.
Listen, man. He was running around. My man was the best. I won't get the whole movie away, but he was running around. My man, listen, he was so thorough, right? When they caught him, man, I can't even tell you that part.
All right, I'm gonna peep it this week.
All I'm gonna tell you is my man, he was the man. He was running around country to country, dropping it off. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there.
But he was selling to any country, right? It didn't matter.
Yo, my man he was getting busy. I ain't gonna get into the movie. He was getting busy, bro. But when you watch the movie and you see his position, and then you think about they want to trade her for this guy.
Yeah.
Like what?
And he Russian?
But there's a Marine in that trade too. So that's probably
Who was the Marine?
Who was the Marine? Is this G.I. Joe?
No,
if he an average soldier, I don't think it got to be somebody.
It's not like a big name Marine. So yeah,
I'm not saying his life isn't worth it.
Basically, the girl is
it gotta be a sniper. It gotta be a nigga that can hit you from 15.
Yeah, you're right.
It gotta be a motherfucker that can hit a fly off a deer's ear at 500 yards.
I'm gonna look it up right now. Marine in Rush.
It gotta be. It can't be no regular guy, man.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know that, man. That's
you can't trade LeBron James for motherfucking
Sam Bowie.
No, not even Sam Bowie. You can't trade LeBron James for Earl fucking what you call it. You can't
Yo, dude's name is Trevor Reed. He's a former Marine from Texas.
Trevor Reed?
Trevor Reed. Yeah, he's
Who
detained
the
in
fuck
Russia.
told him to go to fucking Ukraine anyway? They ain't got nothing to do with.
Right. Why was he even over there?
Yeah, why is he so what the is he a spy?
Nah.
Like, I'm not saying his life doesn't mean anything, but that's like trading LeBron James for Eddie Curry.
But it was the same thing. They didn't know he was a Marine. They checked him. They checked his bags, and he had some vapes in the bag. And he had a medical card. And they were like, "I don't give a fuck about this medical card.
His medical card is in America."
Yeah.
So he had a New Jersey dispensary card in the Ukraine.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
For real.
Us as Americans have to stop going to other countries. I'm gonna say it again. Other countries. Us as Americans, we have to stop going to other countries thinking they're going to abide by American laws, my nigga. You're in another country. America has nothing to do with that shit. Like they got their own laws. Study up and research these countries before you go to them, man. You know what the fucking law is, or you end up like DJ Esco.
Before you go over there and do something, and they be trying to trade your motherfucking ass for 2 D-League players.
Right. Over there complaining about police brutality. Ain't no fucking police brutality laws over there. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, speaking about WNBA, did y'all hear Bill Burr talking about women, the WNBA players?
He was absolutely right.
Did you see that?
Bill Burr?
Yeah, he got
my man. What did he say?
He got a special on Netflix. Bill Burr.
Hold on a sec. I gotta pull this up, bro.
Oh, it's on a stand up.
It's on YouTube.
It's on
he was tearing
I'm
their
gonna
ass
watch it tonight. I'm gonna watch
on
it
Netflix.
tonight.
He got stand up on Netflix. He pretty much was saying that women failed the because he said women complain. Female athletes complain that the WNBA players don't make as much as NBA players. And he was like, well, that's because you don't sell tickets. You know what I mean? He was like, you can't blame men. They want to keep blaming men. He was like, we gave you the WNBA. The WNBA is a league of the NBA.
Yeah, he said,
you know what I mean?
It's a men subsidized league.
Yeah, because the NBA has 3 leagues. It's the NBA, the WNBA, and the G League. So we gave you a league. We're helping you. Some of our revenue goes towards your league.
Yeah.
So you can't blame us. Women don't watch the WNBA. He was like, women right now, how many of y'all can name me 3 WNBA players right now? That you can't.
Damn,
you
that's
can't fucking
crazy.
do it. So he was like, women failed the WNBA. He's like, y'all rather watch Housewives and fucking the Love and Hip Hop.
They depend on the little girls to watch it.
And you know what? The crazy thing is, I asked my girl, I told her the same thing we talking about, and she didn't agree. I said, well, name the WNBA team in our own city. Name the WNBA team in Philly. She was like, well, fuck you. And I was like, yeah. I said, you know the funny part? Ain't even no WNBA team.
Yeah, that's how they said we ain't got no team.
So I'm like, you proved my point. You know what I mean? Y'all failed the WNBA. It wasn't us. Y'all don't even support y'all.
But that
was pretty much the.
You should watch the clip, bro. Dude you
should watch the whole stand up on Netflix. But
yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
That shit was funny, and it's true. I think women failed the WNBA. They don't support it. They're not. If you're not in this, because it's a large amount of women that aren't in the sports. Period.
I think they banked on the fact that it was going to be women playing, and it was going to be a shock value of that it being women and it being so orchestrated. It was going to be on television. Women some of these women had different skills to dribbling the ball, shooting from deep. So I think that they thought all of those things and intangibles was going to maximize viewers. And I think that what they don't understand is if you're giving us 82 games of NBA, we get to watch the men play.
Yeah,
we're not looking forward to it. We're not looking forward to that.
The reason why I'm laughing, the shit I'm thinking about over here is like that transgender shit. Like they got the guy swimming with the females and all that in the Olympics.
Yeah,
oh man.
I was thinking, what if LeBron James wanted to be a woman and they put him in the WNBA?
Yo, could you imagine if they did like a prank and dressed him up and said that they signed him on a 10J joint and he just came out there and just fucking dunking all on him and shit. Yo, that would be the funniest shit ever. Even though I don't like men putting on wigs and shit like that, but that would be hilarious.
But I think slowly but surely the league is going to grow, the WNBA league, and they're getting more
it's gonna
things like the NBA. So
it's just gonna take.
Look how long it took the NBA to get where it's at. Look how many years it took the NBA to get where it's at for guys to be able to make the kind of money that they make. All our legends and guys who made the NBA what it is today
not even make the money.
Didn't start making half of the money that these guys make today until they retired from endorsements or just off their name.
Yeah.
So look how long it took the NBA to get where it is.
Yeah, I mean, not even just that. It's just the NBA. They went from commercial flights. Now they have their own chartered team planes and just everything that comes along with the NBA. Team physicians and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
they was complaining about treatment when they were in the bubble a few years ago.
Yeah,
the females saying what they got to eat versus what the men got to eat and shit like that.
But I think I like Benny's point because it's like, all right, so earn it. So just work, plug away, and then eventually you'll be at that spot. But somebody gotta dig the trench. So like it's like to Benny's point, it's like the older cats right now that are looking at these young guys making all this crazy money, and they're like, damn, man, we paved the way for these dudes to make all this money.
Right.
It's like somebody gotta pay dues.
Like back when Oscar Robertson was playing, they didn't have free agency. They didn't have
no.
Yeah.
They didn't have it was something else they didn't have. I forgot. But he helped create all that stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? For the player.
And drunk,
so
I agree.
Like Benny said, it's going to take time for the WNBA is only about 20 years old.
Yeah. Right.
You got to give it time to grow. And like the more it's around, the more they're going to be little girls that want to play basketball and want to dream to be in the WNBA and try to get there. So it's going to grow as the years go on.
Yeah, it's changing. It's changing because now you got females dunking. You got females dunking. You got females, like I said, they got the moves, they got the dribbles and the crossover. So it's definitely exciting because sometimes when I see highlights and all, I'm like, damn, she did that.
Yeah,
but it still don't make me want to watch a whole game though.
Yeah,
I mean, because you looking at it now, the WNBA is definitely bigger than when Cheryl Swoops and Dawn Staley and all them was playing. It's definitely bigger. Yeah. There's more promo for it. There's more games that's on TV. You know what I mean? And more teams.
And those girls at that time couldn't go play in Europe. There was no Europe leagues. There was no leagues.
Not like that.
It wasn't that many. It was only a handful. You had to go to
wasn't
Turkey.
That many.
You had to go to China. You had to go to Italy. It was only a handful of leagues. It wasn't no like it is now. You can go almost anywhere overseas now.
Yeah, exactly. Basketball is huge in Europe.
I give it 5 to 10 more years. It'll be to a point where I think the women will be cool about what they're making. I think there'll be a lot more opportunities for endorsement deals because I think the bigger the league get, the more the businesses will want to, be involved.
Yeah, that's true.
I think pretty soon it's going to be like shoe deals. Some of them having their own shoes for females to, you know what I mean? And they'll have them in men's, and you can go get a female basketball player sneaker. You know what I mean? A man can have his, you know what I mean, men's and women. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I definitely see it happening.
It's gonna get bigger. I'm just can't wait till the game come on tonight. What?
Yeah, I can't watch. Yeah, the Sparks playing tonight.
Somebody said in the chat, "Oh, it was drunk." That said, "Women's college ball is more entertaining," and I do agree with that.
Yeah, it is.
I like women's college basketball, especially around
March Madness and all that.
Yeah.
UConn.
I feel like there's a lot more movement too in women college ball.
It's way more movement.
Yeah,
the level of intensity is different. Yeah. It's the same thing with college football. The level of intensity is different than the NFL to me.
That's true.
Yeah, because if you lose, you got nothing. If you're in the NFL, you lose, man. I'm gonna go get in my Ferrari and go home.
Yeah, drive it off.
Go party with Lil Baby and James Harden tonight.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see that Harden and Durant are in Spain working out together?
And the Sixers gonna give up the farm. They're gonna sell Jim Kenny too. They're gonna trade him to Brooklyn.
They better not get rid of Maxey, bro.
They're gonna give him Ishka Bibbles too.
Y'all can have all the South Street. Just give us Kevin Durant. South Street gonna be in Brooklyn.
Y'all can have the new gallery. Y'all can have all this shit.
It's gonna be in Brooklyn.
Yo, there's a new gallery.
They redid it.
Renovated. I forgot what they call it. They call it something. It's some new name and all this.
Yeah,
shit,
they call it something else. I forgot.
Isn't it like Marketplace 8th and Marketplace or something like that?
No, it's some other fancy shit.
It's always gonna be the gallery. I don't give a fuck what.
Right. Always.
But I think they might tear that down. They talking about trying to build the Sixers a new arena.
Yeah,
downtown.
Yeah, they got groups. Somebody said, do they have groupies? They need men hanging out. Well, you know what's crazy? That's what we got to do, y'all.
There's some of them don't listen.
Y'all got to do. Y'all got to get a WNBA player on here, or y'all got to get a college player on here and find out if they
have groupies. The crazy thing is, WNBA women today look 10 times better than WNBA players 20 years ago.
Amen.
Well, all the look at Cheryl Swoops look like she'll rumble everybody around your way. She had a strong face.
I mean, besides Reggie Miller's sister,
she didn't look feminine at all.
Nah, she like she could gargle.
We'll walk past Cheryl Miller and be like, God damn, look at Cheryl. Like you ain't, you know what I mean? You ain't doing that.
Hey man, Cheryl Miller has some pretty ass eyes, man. She has some pretty eyes,
that's as far as it goes. Cheryl Miller had pretty ass eyes. Like, God damn, boy, you see Cheryl today? Oh, you ain't doing that.
Hey, you know what? This is a good question.
Rebecca Lobo and shit.
Yo,
how many? Angie, it's like a couple
Liz Cambridge. Right? I'm one of those groupies. I am a Liz Cambridge groupie, man. That is a fine 7-footer.
Who that?
Liz Cambridge.
Oh man, let me tell you right now.
7-footer.
You talking about the chick that she played now, right?
Yeah, light skinned one.
Oh,
she
man,
from Australia.
That's a big old woman, but listen here, she's the finest 7-footer I ever seen in my life.
I'm trying to tell you.
I never climbed a tree, but I climbed that motherfucker.
Listen, and she can ball a little bit.
I'll be out there, a little hoop.
I'll be right out there like Aisha Curry when Steph in the playoffs. I'm right out there when Liz in the playoffs. I got the jersey on. My whole family with me. We cheering
everybody,
my baby on. Everybody out there.
My T-shirt gonna say that's my big love.
What? That is my baby right there, man. Her and a girl from Atlanta, from the Atlanta basketball team.
But the thing about those women, a large percent. I forgot the percentages, but it's very high.
Mm-hmm.
That they like what we like.
Yep. It's a bunch of them. It's been a bunch of them though. That's how they all started off. They all
when you see them in the pictures and shit, you be like, damn, that's the point guard that played for what's the name? You be like, they just started getting married motherfuckers in the NBA. Yeah, you see that one lonely ass
Skylar Diggins Smith. And
be the one lonely ass husband sitting up there holding 2 babies and shit.
Right.
They're like, there's Mr. Johnson.
But look at
Mr. Johnson's husband and the baby.
They just had twins.
He just sitting there dumb as shit with the team hoodie on and the babies and shit, just sitting there and shit. He played a little college ball, blew that knee out.
Nigga, oh shit!
He missed it. He fucked his shot up. I mean, that
he construction worker now.
Yeah. You got a little
together. They bringing home about 200,000 a year.
Yeah, a little real estate thing going on. You know what I mean? She put him on. You know what I mean? He's still in school. Now he just holding babies at all the games and shit with it, and with the team hoodies.
Look at Brittany Griner.
Yeah,
he got that little ass girl, and you know what's crazy? You know what they don't talk about?
Her wife waiting on her.
She got domestic violence charges.
Yeah, that's how I found out. That's how I found out she played in Russia.
Domestic violence charges.
Her and her wife went through a domestic, and she had a domestic violence charge. That's how, and they did a story on her on ESPN, and they was talking about how she played in Russia. This was like a year or 2 ago. So that's how I found out she played in Russia.
Damn.
And then this shit happened.
Who quit the team the other day? Somebody drunk said somebody quit the team. Who quit the team the other day? Brittany Griner.
I don't know who quit her team.
Like I said, the team quit her ass.
The team quit her.
Can you imagine the conversation her and her wife had when she called him that first phone call? When she called him was like,
they talking about I can't leave Russia.
Like, hello, she's like, the Chinese John was like, you had to push.
No, nigga, it's Russia.
And she was like, I made a Russia call, and she like, hello. She's like, hey, baby, it's me. She, oh God, baby, they let you use the phone. She's like, listen, I got 40. They gave me 45 seconds. Listen. They got me. You know what I mean? I had the shit. You stupid motherfucker. You know better. I don't know why the fuck you would try to do some dumbass shit like that.
I told you
now
not
I'm
to
over here. The president keep ignoring me and shit. The team laughing at you. Stephen A. and them talking shit about you. They want to interview me. I can't deal with this shit. You's a dumb mother. Can you imagine that conversation, man?
No.
I can. They said I can't leave Russia. They talking about my vaping.
Think about when you sitting in that cell and it starts settling in that you ain't leaving.
What?
They slide you that tray. Dinner time, dog. Like,
Rogan just had a British dude that all he was doing was he was keeping a journal of his travels through Russia. They arrested him. They were supposed to let him go, bro. They kept him for like 3 months.
Yeah, I'm not going to Russia.
Randomly, they just let him go, like random.
You said they kept him for 3 months?
Yeah, but he ended up hot. He was taking pictures of like different places, and basically he hid his memory card like in something like really small. But he's like, if they would have found that memory card, I probably would have got life in prison. Because they were trying to figure, they were saying he was a spy and all this stuff. They was bringing in fake witnesses from like the town where he was at. And he's like, I never met any of these people. He's like, oh yeah, he came into the restaurant, taking pictures of the restaurant, asking questions about Putin. And he's like, I never even met any of the people. It was just bringing people in. Yeah.
That shit crazy.
So imagine, they do whatever they want. Well, we can't do nothing to them.
Right, what you gonna do? It's a whole nother country.
Yeah, he said, and randomly they just let him go. But the story, he breaks down the story, and it's pretty intense.
He said Liz Cambridge quit.
Yeah, he said she quit on the Sparks. I gotta look into it.
She quit.
Damn. Who the British?
Oh, come on, man.
He said Liz Cambridge. I don't know. She gonna get on another team though. She definitely talented. But we gonna start wrapping it up, man. We appreciate everybody in here rocking with us tonight, man. We appreciate OG Benny for jumping on the chat with us.
Appreciate
jumping on here in the podcast, man.
Hey, we
Reggie Bucum Podcast. We I don't know when we're gonna do another episode, man.
Yeah, we're gonna do it next week for sure.
Y'all gotta do one next week, man. Y'all gotta keep this shit rolling, man. It's a good joint y'all got going here, man.
Yeah. Mon will be on the next episode. He just had to work extra late. You know, he be working his ass off.
Yeah. We need y'all. I need to be in the chat. I need to see mine up here. I need to be in the chat. I need to see mine up here, man. That's all y'all missing is the third wheel, man.
Earn. Shout out my people in Baltimore, man. Earn. But we gonna see y'all next time, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I'm your boy Meech Castro. That's my man Pete. It's OG Benny, man. Our guest, man. We gonna holler at y'all next time, man.
All right, y'all. Thanks for joining us, Benny.